Thanks for joining me again. Today we're going to take a look at fixing a lamp. I found this amazing lamp. I love the color, love the style. And when I got it home, I realized that the plug was broken. You can see the casing must have gotten stepped on. And so since the casing's broken, if I turn it, you'll see there's a little bit of metal in there. So the wires have to connect, but they're not able to do that with the casing. So instead of feeling discouraged, I went online and found out that you can buy a brand new switch. So we're going to look at how we can flip this out, the new switch and the old switch, and see if we can actually get this gorgeous lamp working. The first thing you want to do when you're working with electricity is make sure that your plug is not in the outlet. So we have our plug out. And this plug, you'll notice, has two different sizes. You'll probably recognize this when you try to plug it in. One side is wider and one side is narrower. This wire, it's smooth on the outside. The narrow head has the hot wire, and the wide head has the neutral wire. And the way that they decipher this is actually there's a little bit of ribbing on the outside of the wire. This is important to note when we start taking off the switch, that we know which one's the hot, the smooth one, and which one's the neutral, the ribbed one. So I'm going to unscrew the broken switch to get the other one in. So we just unscrew the side of it. So here's what we see inside. There's one wire that's straight all the way on top, and when I look at it, it's the rib side. So we know this is the neutral wire. And then there's one side that has a break in it, and that is the hot side. So when we take it out, we're gonna wanna actually remember, neutral goes up and over. There's a little washer in there, I'll take it. And the hot side is broken. Actually, I find this stuff interesting. So it's this little dude on the inside. If you take it out, you can see there's metal. And so it's the metal that acts as a conductor. Let's open up our new mini cord switch. Now you have to excuse me because I thought this was black in the store, but I just read here it says brown, so it'll be a little bit of character. And this one actually has a different screwdriver, so let me just, a different bit, let me just open up this one. My first attempt is actually just gonna be to keep the wires that we have without cutting anything new, hopefully, and we'll see if that works, and if not, then we'll revisit it with cutting something new. Okay. So for me, remembering which area it goes in is actually pretty important. So let's keep it like this, slide this guy out, put the new one in, and let's see if it'll work. Is it gonna fit? The cord seems a little bit wider, so we're gonna squeeze it in there. So the casing is a little bit too narrow here, so what I'm gonna do is, very carefully without cutting my fingers off, is try to widen this a little bit. I'm just taking my X-Acto knife, getting a little cut. It's funny, eh? It's just being able to adjust, problem solve really. So let's try this a little bit more. So I'm just cutting off some of the plastic on the casing. Take it out, and now, you know, they make it pretty easy because you can't layer the wire down there. There's actually a little bit of plastic blocking it. So you just layer the wire on top. So I haven't cut this wire. I'm gonna first try to see if we can do it with the same set of wire that we had in the other switch. Now, the top of this actually has metal. You can see them, little metal conductors on the top and on the bottom. So these have to go through the wire. They hold the wire in place. Let's see if we can do this. Turning. All right, so now let's get a light bulb and test it out. All right, it's the moment of truth. I found a light bulb, we've got the lamp plugged in. Let's see if it works. So we're gonna switch it. We did it! We fixed the lamp! You know what? It's one of these things that you realize you can do it. Just take some time, solve some problems, and you can make something old and broken beautiful again. Thanks for joining me. We'll see you next time.